In a universe where product market fit is not guaranteed and every pivot could mean the difference between a unicorn and extinction, one feature dares to organize the chaos. This summer, WorkOS presents Projects Hail Mary. Jason, so tell me at a high level, what are WorkOS projects and who are they for?
So a project is a logical grouping of environments. You can think of it as a container for staging and production, for example. This is the environment switcher, and right now you have a flat list of environments. Even if you have separate products, they're all reflected here in this one list. Up until today, every team has had one project, but we're changing that so that all teams can have unlimited projects.
So last launch week, we announced multiple applications. And if I understand correctly, an application would be like desktop, mobile, etc. But this is at like a higher level than that, where these could be like completely different like services even that you might provide with different environments onto their own?
That's right. Yeah. One way to think about it is that applications are for a shared user pool, whereas projects are for totally separate user bases. Hierarchy goes project can contain multiple environments, and an environment can contain multiple applications.
That user cutoff is a very helpful one, because I think a lot of customers will ask us like, well, how do I share or like pool users together across applications? But this is like the opposite. Like I want to divide on users even.
Exactly. Like let's say you want to spin up a new weekend project that's totally separate from your main product, and it's really easy to do so. You just pop open this project switcher, open up create project, and you can provision new environments from scratch. But there's another thing that you can do too, which is transfer environments into a new project. Here in this example of my Super Cafe app, I have all these environments here. And these two are for a separate product that's called Roaster that I want to bring into its own project, right? So out of the default project and into a new one. I can easily do that by going to create a new project, transfer environments. I'll call this project name Roaster. Select the source project here, and then select the environments that I want to bring in. And this essentially imports those environments into a totally new project. So here I have this new Roaster project that contains two environments.
One thing I'm curious about is how does this affect the branding? Obviously, WorkOS AuthKit has like a lot of like branding elements, and you can fully customize your branding. How does projects impact that?
Before, branding changes applied to your entire project, right? And this kind of made it difficult to experiment. If you wanted to tweak some visual setting, if you made that change in staging, it would automatically apply to production in any environment within that project. So what we've done is that we've changed branding to now live on the environment level. That means you can have different styling per environment. I'm popping open this AI assistant here and just say, make this styling coffee themed. This AI assistant, by the way, is awesome. It's not new. It's been there for a while, but it's a little tucked away. You have to click this magic wand icon here. But you can just chat with the styles that you want to do, and it'll apply them for you. So yeah, I've got some changes here. This looks great. I'm going to save this. Before, this change would apply to every environment inside the project. But now that branding is on the environment level, you can see that when I switch to production, my production styles have not been changed. This enables you to freely experiment with stylistic changes. Try them out, make sure you're happy with them before applying them to prod. So I'm going to approve this essentially, like import it into production. And we've made a super easy way for you to do that. So this is the production styles. They've been unadulterated. I can go here, edit branding. And if you click this triple dot ellipsis menu, I can copy the styles from another environment. We have a really nice diff viewer, so you can preview what your style changes will be. Even if you have custom CSS, we'll give you a diff, just so you really know like what you're about to change here. Super easy way to like import styles from one environment to another.
No, we always like to talk shop a little bit on these launch week videos. Projects is like a pretty, being, architecturally a parent of environments and applications. Anytime I see something that goes from like one to many, I think that was either a nightmare or like they were planning ahead. And I'm curious like how that worked in terms of the actual development of this feature.
Fun fact is that every existing WorkOS team already had projects.
Mm,
It's just been a feature that's been lying dormant all this time. The data modeling was already in place. What we changed was removing the restraint where one team could only have one project. We changed that from one to one to one
nice.
to many, right? So now teams can have unlimited projects, so you can organize to your heart's content.
I don't know. I've gotten into some heated debates with people online that like every field is eventually an array, and it definitely feels true in this case.
Yeah, exactly. It was an array of one before. Now it's an array of n.
Love it, love it. Awesome. Well, hey, thank you so much for your time, Jason. Thanks for showing us around. This looks super sick. Can't wait to use it. So, will your environments live long enough to become projects of their own or fall victim to an eternal winter? Now, before you go, what do you think will be this summer's breakout hit? Sci-fi thriller 2026, an API gateway, or retro reboot Ready Agent 1? Let us know in the comments below. Subscribe so you don't miss a moment of WorkOS Launch Week 2026. I'm Chantastic, and I'll see you tomorrow.